Hey there, Bricksers and Lego friends. Twoloosebricks here with the Lego Creator Set 10263 Winter Village Fire Station. This is a awesome set. Although it says expert, anyone could build it. It has 1166 pieces and the batteries are included because there is a light brick in there, so they have the light brick and it has the batteries, and they're sort of always included anyway. But anyway, this is a really cool set. Let's get into it. As always, this is not so much a review of the set. It's an overview, yes, but it's also my opinions on it and how I enjoyed building this set, and some quirks and things about the set that maybe someone else has not noticed, and maybe it can help someone else out down the road. Anyway, before we get into the main building, let's look at some of the smaller and finer details of this set. We'll start with the lamp and the bench. So, the lamp and the bench. What more can we say? It's your basic standard 6 stud long bench by 2 wide, and it is on hinges so it gives the bench back, and it is like on a base of snow. Your standard lamp post with some yellow cylinders for the lamps and radar dishes and some taps and a couple holly berries for the wreaths on the top of the lamp. So it's a pretty standard post, and it's a pretty neat accessory for the side of the firehouse. Moving right along, we have a little sleigh with the baby on it. Now this is a minifig scale baby. It's sort of all one piece except the head, which is a miniature minifig head. Now, it feels like the arms can move on this, but I don't know if they can. So, I can't get them to move, so I'm not going to try it because I don't want to break it. But it's still pretty cool to have like a miniature baby. It's bigger than a micro figure, but in between a micro figure and a minifigure. And then of course we have this minifigure here of the lady pushing her baby on the sleigh, and it has a scarf. Now this is the first time I've noticed this scarf. It's not printed on, it's an actual scarf piece, and they have the katana type things here, blades for the skis on this sled, so that makes it really intriguing. Now the Christmas tree is really slick in itself because it is built in a way like so that it has the bricks with the studs on the side, and then a bunch of regular 1x1s and another one on the top that has the studs on all 4 sides in order to clip these side pieces on. So basically the build is the same on all 4 sides, and it's just put together. So it's just a bunch of triangle pieces and some round studs, and it's just clipped on together like so. Something like the other mini tree I showed you the other day. And of course it has the nice star piece on the top, which is usually found in Friends sets. And also has a couple little gifts under the tree, a gift there, and a miniature train. And what's slick about this little train is, let's see if we can get it up here. It has, if you can see it, it has the roller skates that the minifigure series had a while back. And they're using the roller skates as the wheels for this train, so that's really slick. I really like that. Great use of that part. It's been used for a lot of different things and wheels. I gotta say that is one particular piece that is being well used, that they were smart to come out with. Nice little Christmas tree, nice build, beautiful. Now we'll move along to the ice fountain, and it has like a statue of the fireman holding an ice blast, like from the hose of water, and gold helmet, so that's really neat. But maybe they should have used like a gray helmet to simulate the concrete, because the rest of it is all concrete gray. I don't know. Let me know what you think down below. This looks like water, but it also looks like ice, so it could be used year-round. Right now it's being used as a skating pond because there's a hockey stick in there, so someone was playing hockey earlier on it. And I'm going to be using this in a different spot, not in the Winter Wonderland part of my display. However, I have a neat spot for it, and well, when I get that done, you'll see that in an amusement park update. So I have an idea what I'm going to use this for. It's really, really cool. It's a nice size fountain, so a great addition to this set. Wee woo, wee woo. Alright, For a minute there, I thought the Minions were coming. But anyway, no. This is the fire truck from the set. And it is pretty neat. It has an articulated ladder. You have a toolbox for the fireman in there. And the captain of the truck, I guess you want to say. He's driving, or the driver. And we have a couple fire hoses. And she's an old-time fire engine. And it reminds me of the one that you see at Disney World. So it's pretty neat in that respect. Because this whole set reminds me of the firehouse at Disney World. So right off, minifigure wise, we have another fireman and a captain playing the saxophone. We have a snowman, and we have the fireman driving the truck. And inside there's two more, which I'll show you in just a second. Love the stairs with the ice going up the sides. That's really cool. Now, here's where Lego kind of messed things up. I had to order some parts because there is parts missing in this set. Yes, once again, as you can see here, there is a dark gray 1x2 plate. In the instructions, that is correct. You go over to this side, I had to put a light gray 1x2 plate because they had the wrong color in here. That should be a dark gray. They have more light grays than they had dark grays. Once again, they messed up. Not only there did they mess up, but up here as well. A critical error right up here at the top. Now another critical spot that they messed up is right here. There is 7 1x1 bricks going up in this corner because this is an L-shaped. I'll just take this off so you can see. It's like an L-shaped contraption here for the windows, and this fills in the side. There's supposed to be a 1x1 plate of this dark burgundy tan or whatever go right on top of there, so when this sits down on top it locks in, but you see the gap right there. It did not come in the set. There is none. What did come into the set were used in the proper places in the instructions, and there is one short. Also, right here there is a 1x4 plate that's burgundy. Guess what? That's missing as well. There's extra green ones in there, but that doesn't look very good if you put it in here, and it doesn't call for a green one, it calls for the dark red right in there. So there was actually 3 parts that were wrong in this set. So that leaves me to wonder what their quality control is really like. Now if we press down on this button here, it may be hard to see. Let's see if we can turn off some of the lighting just to see the light effect inside. So you can see the light effect inside there through the windows. Now I'll turn it around so you can see it as well. Also, it is sitting on the top of the roof just like so. So you can see it just like that. It comes down through the top. Let's have a look at the inside of the firehouse. So on the top floor we have like the kitchen lazy area as well. I think it's really neat. We have one of the guys just hanging out here off duty having a hot dog and some hot chocolate. And Danny the Dalmatian just standing watching that hot dog to see if he can have it instead of his master there. Even though he's got his bone on his mat right there. So he can have that if he likes. But I think the hot dog is more appealing. Now right here we have a pull down bed for the firemen to lounge on, or if they got to stay overnight type of thing. So that's really neat there. There's a fry pan and whatnot, and a telephone and all that wonderful stuff in the kitchen. Now over here, this fire lady is practicing her pole drop down to the fire truck. And it has a pole that goes right down to the bottom floor, which leads us down to the bottom floor. Inside the bottom of the floor, there is like a crate with some fire tools in there, a couple of fire extinguishers, an extra helmet, and a clock so the firemen know what time they're going out to the call. Now, the doors don't open outward, they open inward, so that's a little awkward because usually fire doors either roll up or move out so that the fire truck can go out relatively quick. And here is the fire truck. Right here, as you can see, it just neatly fits inside and goes through the doors. So lots of room for play in there as well in this set for the fire pole, the fire truck, and the kitchen, lounge area, the bed. You can even have Santa Claus coming out the chimney, which I probably will put there when I go down and get my Santa Claus from down on the display. And of course, this sits on top like all the other modular type buildings. It just clicks on with a few studs, so it's easy to get off at any point in time. Really like this set. This little feature here of the bed, I really like that. It's really, really neat. It does catch up there, so you gotta be a little careful. But let's just turn it around here and see what the fire truck looks like as it's coming out of the station. It has a little hump here that it has to get over, but that's okay. It's just like the front, and just gotta be careful of that if you're playing with it, because it is to keep the structure together in the front. But basically, that's what it comes down to. It's a cool winter set, and for Christmas time, I think it's an awesome, it's a 10 out of 10 set that I will rate this one. I love it. It came out this year, 2018. Like I said, it's set 10263, the Winter Village Fire Station. Goes extremely well with all the other Winter Village sets. This one, I think they really topped it off. Price point here in Canada, it was $129.99. Maybe a little bit on the rich side for this set. However, all the winter sets are all around the $100 mark, so if they fluctuate up and down a little bit, given the fact there is a few extra minifigures in there, and the design of it is really well built. However, I almost feel like striking a point off because of the missed parts and miscoloring of parts and wrong parts putting in this set. So I really hope not everyone is missing parts in this set that has this. Maybe it's just my luck and I get all the sets that has missing parts. I don't know. But I guess I would rather be it me than you, and I can deal with it because I do have spare parts. But it just so happens that I don't have the spare colors from this one, so I do have to order them, oddly enough. Let me know down below what you guys think about this wonderful Christmas Village Fire Station set. I think it looks like the Disney Firehouse with Walt Disney's apartment on the upper part there. It's not identical to the building, but the first time I saw the picture of this, just before I knew it was coming out, I said, oh my, that is the Disney Firehouse. It just hit me just like that. So it just fits perfectly in my display. Let me know what you think down below, and I will talk to you guys again very shortly. That's about it for me today. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe down below, and hit that notification bell so you'll know the next time we upload a video. Take care, and I will talk to you guys again in the next video very shortly.